say, hello everyone. Welcome to the StreamVoid podcast, episode 83.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes, we are on episode 83, so close to 100. I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped. You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers. Just give us a hot Google. We'll be the first ones to come up.
Yep.
This is the StreamVoid podcast. It is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes.
And we got a little bit of a show to talk about. We've got a few things to talk about, a few news articles. But first,
yes,
I'll ask you, how's your week?
Oh, my week was fine. I was at work and whatever. One day this week, the woman wasn't there. It was on Friday, yesterday.
Beautiful.
So I was alone in the office. That was pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like the best time. But work was just the same as usual. And then I just was been tired all week. Got that long COVID. Still like fatigued all the time.
That sucks.
Yeah, my eyes were just like didn't want to be open. I was just like propping them open, you know? It was crazy. Like I was tired. Like I felt tired, but I didn't feel that tired, but my eyes were just like they didn't want to be open. Yeah, it was bad. So yeah, I was on my days off. It was like that too. So I was trying to do editing for YouTube and stuff, and it was just like a real tough time to do it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I did do a bunch, but it took way longer than it should because it was just like, you know, you'd be watching along and then be like, oh, I missed this. I didn't actually pay attention to what I was watching. I have
just
to watch
zoned
it all
out and
again.
you're just watching it and not editing
it's like,
it.
Did I hear something that I needed to remove there? Oh, let me go back. So, but it takes a long time to just even. I mean, these are old VODs I'm using that I recorded where I didn't have it set up where like the audio's on separate tracks and everything like that. So it's tougher to like edit out the miscellaneous stuff you don't want into it because it'll be like I'm talking over something going on in the game and it's like I kind of need that part to be in there about the game, but
yeah, I was like, I saw that you posted the Mocred that we did. I was like, whoa, that's old.
I know, it was old. I saw that one on my VOD YouTube archive thing and I was like, I'd privated them all just because I'm not using that channel anymore. I'm just using it as an archive for myself. And I was like, wow, this one got a lot of views when it was just like up there unedited or anything. So it's like, let me download it, edit it up a bit, put it on the other channel and see what happens. So
nice.
I made a little thumbnail for it. Pretty stupid looking thumbnail, but
yeah, just us being like stupid.
Yeah, just our stupid faces like looking up like, oh. Yeah, it was like rough. Like I did this Man of Medan. I'm trying to make it into a series for YouTube and the whole VOD was like 4 hours or whatever long.
Oh yeah.
So I went through the first time. By the end, I'm like, I only took out 12 minutes. Like, what? So then I went through it again a second time with like a sharper scalpel.
Yeah.
And was like, well, why did I leave this in here? Like, what is going on? So by the time I was done the second time, I'd taken off like a total of like an hour out of it. Well, so it's a little, you know, more snappy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to break it into like, I don't know, 8 or 9 little shorter episodes. Segments, but as I was watching I was like, man, I really like this game. I really like playing it and I like the story and everything and I like how it went and whatever. And then I was like, I really want to play the other 2 in the series, but they're still like $40 on Xbox, so I'm just waiting for a sale. And
when did they come out?
The first one, Man of Medan, I think came out in 2019 and then 2020. Wait, is it 2022 now? Maybe it was 2020, 2021 and 2022.
I had never heard of this game until you said something about it.
Oh yeah, I streamed it like a long time ago. It was a long time ago I streamed it because it was when it was on Game Pass and it's not on Game Pass anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like a narrative-based story like where the characters can die and depending on your choices they can live or die, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's 2 more like the House of Ashes and the Little Hope. And then they have another one coming out this year. I can't remember what it's called. And then they also have another one that's coming out that's not part of the series called The Quarry that comes out like just in a few days. That one looks incredible because it's got real actors in it, like David Arquette's in it.
Oh.
Shay Lin is in it. If you watch horror movies, you'll know Shay Lin. Yeah, it's crazy. I think Lance Henriksen's in it maybe. So I want to do that one on stream too, but that's like a brand new full like $80 release. And it's just like, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did that, edited that down. And
Supermassive.
Supermassive Games.
Just reach out and give my boy a copy.
Oh, I'm sure they're listening for sure.
Oh, they totally are.
Yeah, they did a bunch of cool stuff. I looked at their old games, and they did this one on the PS4. It's like a police game, but you can play it with your friends, where they would download an app on their phone, and they could control. You could sort of vote how you would play through the different like story beats and stuff like that. And you could if 2 people voted to go shoot this guy, or 3 voted to not shoot him, they wouldn't shoot him and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. Cool. Yeah. So they're very story-based stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely want to play the other 2. And it looked like the Little Hope one stars the guy that's going to be Adam Warlock for the Marvel movies. Oh. I don't remember his name. Will Poulter or something like that. He was in the Meet the Millers. Did you see Meet the Millers?
No.
Oh, that's a funny movie. You should, or We're the Millers. It's a funny movie. You've probably seen the meme where it's like Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, and Emma Roberts, and then Will Poulter, where it's like Jason Sudeikis is saying like, I got paid $1 million, and the other woman says like, I only got paid $500,000, and the other girl's like, I only got paid $20,000, and then Will Poulter's like, you got paid? It's like a classic meme template, so you've probably seen it before.
Probably.
But yeah, I want to check them out. Just keep my eye out for a sale. And then other than that, I just tired and whatever. And I watched the first episode of Obi-Wan, but we're not going to talk about that.
Nope.
Because you didn't watch it.
I haven't watched it.
I'll just say that it's more like old Star Wars.
Yeah. Like episodes 1, 2, and 3?
Like no jokes.
Oh.
Like episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Super serial.
Not serious, but like there's not like the Marvel jokey bullshit always going on.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
in Rogue One, well, not Rogue One. Rogue One was pretty serious, but like in episode 6 or whatever. Episode 8. Yeah, episode 8. Where like Poe is like trying to call over and like debate the spaceship. It's like, how are you guys doing today? Like, I mean, I guess there's a little bit of joke throwback like that to Star Wars with Han. Like, how are you doing? But it was just like way less jokey.
Yeah.
And a lot of people on Reddit are complaining about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Reddit.
But I mean, like, I wish I could say, but there's like there's parts where I saw what I was watching and I was like, okay, all right. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, the idea of like the story. It's Obi-Wan.
Yeah, yeah.
He's keeping an eye out on Luke. So it's like young Luke. But there's also young Leia. And young Leia is pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
But everyone was just like, oh my God, young Leia. This is the dumbest part of the show.
Yeah.
It's just like, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I would have guessed there would have been young Leia.
Exactly. But I just enjoyed what I saw.
Nice. I watched the trailer for the other one.
Andor,
yeah.
Yeah, that one looks more
pretty
serious.
Good. That looks pretty good.
I like the idea. Like, they never showed in Star Wars, like in Star Wars 3, 4, 5, it was like, you see like Luke on Tatooine.
4, 5, 6, yes.
4, 5, 6, whatever. And it's like, okay, he's living in like fucking destitute nothingness. But then everything else in the movie is just political intrigue, military. There's nothing else. Like, you never have an idea about like, oh, there's regular people in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's like rich people living on Alderaan.
Yeah.
Or like, whatever. You just see, that's all you see. And then with these other shows they're doing now, it's like, oh, there's like, on Tatooine, there's like the whole, criminal element and like poor people. And then there's like, whatever. You never really saw any of this stuff beforehand.
Even in
episodes 1, 2, and 3, it's like, okay, you see Luke, or not Luke. Is it Luke? I don't even remember. No. It's Anakin.
Yeah, Anakin.
He's like, that's what I call pod racing. And, they're poor people on Tatooine, but you never really see anything else besides that.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'll say about Obi-Wan is like, man, Star Wars, why is it always Tatooine? Can we go somewhere else, please?
Yeah, I don't know how many habitable planets there are within
millions,
the inner
trillions,
system.
A million of them, billion of them.
Well,
any other
in the universe.
Yeah.
But in the galaxy that they frequent,
So there's 4 planets. They can go to Hoth, they can go to Tatooine, they can go to Yavin 4, and they can go to Endor, and they can go to... Oh, and I can't go to Alderaan. They can go to Coruscant.
Depending on what timeline it is, they could go to Alderaan.
But it's just like, does it always got to be this desert-ass place? Seriously.
I mean, desert-ass place is the easiest to shoot.
Yeah, that's true.
It requires the least
they just go
amount
to,
of CG.
like, the desert somewhere. And
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It doesn't seem like... I mean, there's lots of CG, obviously, but it looks like... It's not like episodes 1, 2, and 3, where it's just like everything is a fucking green screen. At the start of Obi-Wan, they show a little flashback to set up the story of...
Yeah.
And it's all episode 1, 2, 3 footage, and I was just like, fuck, this looks terrible.
It does.
I don't know, like, maybe... Lucasfilm has all the old green screen footage and they can redo it and make it look better because it looks terrible. So
they probably could.
They should totally do it because it looks just terrible. It looks like a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, I
so bad.
I don't think it's worth it for them to do it. I think if
it totally would be. They do a thing and they say it like, here's a new release in the theater. Here's the special edition. We've redone all the special effects. It's way better. It's more in line with like the existing stuff we have. It paid for itself right there. Guaranteed. Just like they did with the special editions for episodes 5, 6, and 7, or 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what did we do? We fucking made it so Han shoots first. Here's $1 billion. There you go. Enjoy.
Yeah, put in all the deleted scenes and stuff in there, but...
No, man. Imagine what deleted scenes George Lucas removed from those movies.
I mean, we saw some that were taken out for 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, but those were taken out because of, like, we can't do the special effect we want, and Jabba the Hutt is not a Scottish man.
Yeah.
He took it, like, the editors had to remove, like, look at the stuff they left in.
I heard Darth Vader's voice before it was James Earl Jones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's a Scottish man, too.
Exactly. G'day, Luke.
G'day, Luke.
I guess he's, like, Australian then.
Yeah, that definitely Scottish.
But, yeah, they could do it for sure, and they totally should do it.
They should. They
Looks
probably
so
won't.
bad, man.
They probably
looks
won't.
so bad.
Although
God.
if some fan out there, like a super fan, got a hold of that footage, they would do it.
Oh,
for
big
sure.
time.
For sure.
It's bad. It's really, and it stands out so bad because they go from that as a flashback to the new stuff, and it's just
It's like,
man,
whoa.
the new stuff looks so much better. Oh, the one thing I will say, I mean, in the trailer they do show her. There's like the guys that are hunting down on Tatooine, like the bad guys. She's one of the 7 sisters from the Last Jedi game.
Oh, interesting.
Because I remember when I played the Fallen Order game, they were like, here's sister number 2 from the 7 sisters. And I was like, okay, I got to fight 7 sisters in this game. I get it. But no, you only fight like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, they're the game's like, and I knew they were supposed to cross over, but it's actually crossing over in front of my eyes.
It's happening right before me.
Exactly.
My mind is melting.
Exactly.
Very good.
Anyways, that was my week. I've spoken enough. Mikey T, take the microphone. Tell me about you and everything that's going on with you.
I have my own microphone. I don't need to take
your
yours.
microphone and then use it.
It's already in my face. I'm
okay, this is yours as well that I'm using.
Yeah, it's true.
This is your microphone over here too.
That's true. Work was pretty standard. It was very short.
Oh, good.
Like it was just
that.
well, it was a short week anyway because of Victoria Day.
Oh yeah,
but it just
that's right.
flew by.
I forgot about that.
I would like sit down at my computer and then suddenly it'd be 3 p.m. I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm going home.
Nice.
And then Friday, I was like, the boss was like, hey, why don't you take my office? You can move me over into your office.
What?
So I was like,
why?
Okay.
Why?
Because we're trying to hire more office people.
Okay.
And so putting me in the big office makes more sense for training.
Okay.
So I have to train people.
Do you have a better window?
Way better. I got 3 in there.
Wow. Moving
and it's,
on up.
Instead of a south-facing window, it's a west-facing window.
Oh, crazy.
But I parked my truck right in front of it, and the 2 p.m. glare off the windshield is
not too good.
It's death.
Yeah.
I got to back in my truck.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I spent, he's not in next week. So he was like, oh yeah, while I'm not here, you can start, you can move me over.
Oh, wow. He's getting you to be your mover too?
Yeah. So I was like, well, it's better if he's not there.
I guess so.
He'll just micromanage the hell out of everything.
Just put all his stuff in a box and just put it right inside the door of his new office. Just leave it there.
It's already done.
Oh,
I did it all on Friday.
Okay.
I moved him completely over and me into the big office, but now the big office is just a mess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all next week sorted out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be. I'm going to move the other guy who's in that office out because he's only in there 1 day a week.
Does he know this is happening? He's going to show up and be like, what the fuck?
Oh, he's going to show up and be like, what the fuck?
Oh, very good.
But his desk is too heavy for me to carry out on my own, and I was definitely on my own.
Just break it.
That's metal.
Oh.
It's metal.
Okay.
I can't take it apart. I can't break it. I can't do anything with it. Just
damn it.
Got to empty the drawers out and then pick it up and carry it over with somebody.
Okay.
And then, I got the big office.
Very good.
The big office.
Do you have a casting couch in there?
I could put one in.
But you don't.
It's big enough. I can put one in.
Not yet, anyways. Gotta find one.
Gotta find one, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be allowed to put a couch in there anyway.
Just put a little nap. Have a little nap there.
Way back in the day when the Kelowna shop was the Wild West, they had like a ping pong table, they had a pool table in there.
Really?
They had like couches all over the place.
Just for
they did
about?
They did like 4 hours of work in an 8 hour day and then just hang out.
Yeah.
Hang out,
right.
Have beers after work in the old office.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was work.
Okay.
And it's Jeep Day today.
Oh, Jeep Day. What does that mean?
I bought a Jeep.
Oh.
I bought a Jeep Gladiator.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, brand new.
Wow.
I was like, I'm an adult. I'm going to buy a new vehicle.
Sure. Sounds like an adult thing to do.
It is an adult thing to do. So after the podcast, which is why it's going to be a little bit rushed maybe at the end. Who knows? Leaving at 2, just a little bit after 2 to go and pick it up.
Yeah.
And we're going to get the test drive. The salesperson is going to be telling me all the features and
Here's
stuff.
how to
we're
do
going to go
burnout.
in the bush. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, Bravey Motors in Salmon Arm.
Oh, yeah.
Just what a pleasant experience.
Really?
Just going there, doing the test drive. And all the salespeople were really nice. The financing people were really nice. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, congratulations! You bought a Jeep."
Nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. Yeah,
Cool.
everyone's super helpful. It's great. I'd recommend going there and buying a vehicle if you are in the need of a vehicle.
I'm not.
Ah, yes, you don't drive.
Sure don't.
Yeah, and then played some Apex, of course. I went down to Silver 4. Because I didn't have anyone to play with, and you kind of need people to play with in this season because you can't W key. You can't be that solo W key warrior in this season.
Perfect.
It just
it's like
doesn't
it's team based.
Yeah, kind of.
It's perfect.
And I've been watching a lot of Scrap Mechanic and Rust videos on YouTube lately.
Why?
There's this guy who is, I don't know, he's just really fun to watch play Rust.
Is his name Wellen?
No.
Oh.
He's so polite to people.
Oh, yeah.
But then he makes the most dickish trap bases ever. He's like, oh, yeah, just come on in. Oh, yeah, check out my art gallery.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just blow people up. It's so funny because he's so polite and he's so pleasant to listen to when he's explaining everything. It's so fun. And then, watching Scrap Mechanic videos of guys doing like challenges, big vehicle challenges, like, oh yeah, you got to build this kind of vehicle to do this thing. And yesterday I watched one where they were building Beyblades. I'm like, oh my god, we have to do that.
They were building Beyblades?
They were building Beyblades. They put like 4 rockets on a certain platform and then put like a drill underneath in the center. And they just like let them rip in this custom Beyblade arena that someone had built.
Crazy.
It looks so cool. So yeah, I started playing Scrap Mechanic.
Yeah.
And man, that game is fun.
It's too grindy.
It's super grindy.
Oh my god.
But building all kinds of crazy jank vehicles.
Yeah. Whenever anyone says they like to play Scrap Mechanic, it inevitably comes out that they play in like creative mode.
Yeah.
It's never like they play the game. It's always just like, oh, I just play creative mode and build vehicles.
Well, I'm playing survival.
Yeah.
Because I like grind.
Yeah.
And it's so far it's a pretty good grind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you could make the grind easier building your vehicles.
Yeah, you can. Like
whatnot.
you build your like saw vehicle and stuff, chopping down trees.
And it's been super fun. I've recorded a couple playthroughs, so hopefully going to make some YouTube videos out of that.
Beauty. Yeah, I'm going to play that on Tuesday night with Salinth.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do it on Thursday, but I was just like, I'm too tired, man. I cannot do it. So, yeah, we're going to do it on Tuesday night.
Nice.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Should be fun.
Yeah, last night I played that, and then I stopped playing around 8 o'clock.
You did?
Did Game Club. The Game Club game.
See, you should have just streamed it. Switched over. Streamed
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
God, I guess I could have been entertaining for people because I was angry.
Okay.
Playing it. And then I got back on. I was like, wow, I really need to rinse the old whatever that was out of my brain. And so I did a DJ stream after.
Oh, okay.
I went live at 11.
Yes, you did.
Did some DJing, found some good new funky house tracks, found some terrible funky house tracks.
Yeah.
And then, that was it. And went to bed.
Beauty.
I tried to stay up. So that we could watch the new Star Wars, but
We're going to watch it at 4 a.m. in the morning?
I was hoping she was going to be home earlier, but she wasn't.
Good gravy.
It was like 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I can't. I got to go to bed.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. And that was my week.
Cool.
We're going out to Scotty Creek tomorrow.
Okay.
Just north of Cache Creek.
Cache Creek.
Gonna go rock hunting, maybe do a little geocaching, maybe, quote unquote. Definitely gonna do a little geocaching out there because that's what we do. Need to fly the drone around because I don't think it's a park.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, last week we went to Adams River into that salmon run area.
Yep.
Because I haven't been there in a while. Did some geocaching around there. Wow, they have manicured the hell out of that now.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, I haven't been there since I was in elementary.
Oh, yeah.
And there's paved paths. Everything's all manicured. It looks, and they got things blocked off everywhere. So you can't F with the spawning salmon.
If you go across the road and up the creeks along the other side right there, there's there's the historic flume trails along there, stuff like that. So you can go see anyways, they've even changed that now. You used to be able to get to the actual flume. Now they just have a fucking fake version they built.
Yeah.
But up those side creeks, you can also find salmon spawning when it's salmon spawning time, which is crazy because the creek is a foot wide and 6 inches deep.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah, so
it's just salmon with their backs sticking out.
Basically.
Just
that's a cool area to go check out too. Yeah, the historic flume trail. You should look at that for another hike sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's totally, it's every time I've been there, in recent memory, it's just during salmon spawning time. It's just 100 people there. And it's just it's an international destination thing now. So, and it just stinks to high heaven.
Oh yeah.
Did it still stink?
Not well. It
really.
didn't stink when we were there, but there was no salmon around.
Yeah. Fuck, it just reeks during salmon run, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I went there and made the mistake. Well, I didn't make.
You go there early, it's fine. You go there late in the season, it's
oh
my god.
I went there late in the season with my cousin one time. We went to the flume trail and then we went down to the thing, and she brought her dog, and the dog was off the leash, and that's a fucking mistake because the dog's wow, these rotten fish stink. Let me roll in them all.
Just bodies of fish and sperm
and then just
eggs.
In the truck on the way back, it was just disgusting.
What a delight.
Oh, terrible. Oh my god, just the worst smells you'll ever smell. So
yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah, no salmon run there this when we were there.
Not this early.
Not this early. Yeah. And I imagine it'll, because they just had the big one last year.
Yeah.
So I doubt that there'll
be a bunch, but not as many.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, for sure.
Anyways, soon to be extinct.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
But the way we are with preserving our natural habitat, not good. Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk about that chapter. That made me rage, that I was very unhappy with. Chapter 6, episode 6, Game Club. Alan Wake.
Yep.
Each week we play a chapter, a level, a whatever
segment
of a game, and then we talk about it. This week, this week.
This week,
Alan Wake, chapter 6.
Yes.
Episode 6.
Yes.
Segment 6.
Yes, episode 6.
Yes, episode 6.
On Alan Wake.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Basically, this episode is just, we got to go fight the bad guy. So we got to get all the way through, rescue our wife. That's basically what the whole point of this episode is.
Yes.
Getting to the end fight, basically, is what you got to do. So, unfortunately, this chapter involved a lot of driving.
A lot of driving.
And the driving is just terrible in this game.
Absolutely the worst.
The most gutless vehicles you'll ever drive. You'll have the pedal down and they're just going at the equivalent of 10 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
Just absolute gutless vehicles. And it's mostly just driving. There's on foot parts, but it was mostly just let's get from A to B.
Yeah.
Get out, get another vehicle, get from B to C, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and the thing is that in these driving sections, invisible walls, 4 days. I tried to go someplace. He's like, no, you can't go through there. Invisible wall. I'm like,
I did
where
not
do I
have
need to
that
go? Oh,
problem at
invisible
all.
wall.
I did
Should I go
not
this
have
way?
that.
Oh, wait, invisible wall.
I didn't have that problem at all.
Oh, yeah. I ran into so many invisible walls. I was getting so frustrated.
No, I just...
There's a cool part. There's a cool part in the driving mechanics section where you go to this one little farm, you got to go off the road a little bit, and then a monster truck comes after you.
Yeah.
That was probably the only little cool part of the driving segment.
Excuse me.
There was one segment in there where you have to, there's a bridge, it's completely blocked off.
Yeah.
There's one spot where it looks like you can drive through, but nope, invisible wall.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, I guess, sorry, I just say I see that roadblock and I'm just like, I can't go through here. So I just get out immediately.
I tried to go through the left side. I was like, oh, maybe I can just go through the left side.
No.
And man, this bridge annoyed the hell out of me.
The bridge was annoying, but the problem was the first time I went on the bridge, I died like 2 or 3 times on the bridge.
Me too.
And it was just because I would be like, okay, running, dodge, run. And it was like, no, you can't do that. You have to like go forward 5 feet. The little barrel will come alive with the darkness energy. You have to destroy the barrel. Then you go ahead 4 more feet, and then a fridge comes to life, and you destroy the fridge. And then you go ahead 2 more feet, and then the actual bridge comes to life, and you destroy the bridge.
Yeah.
And
then you fall through the bridge if you're standing on one of those sections.
Exactly. I did that a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah.
So that part was a little bit annoying, but it was just, I tried to just rush through it basically, and that didn't work out. So once I took a more cautious approach, it was no problem.
Yeah. I had almost gotten to the end and there was just an object, like a whatever.
Oh, you walked into it?
And I touched it and it killed me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
The physics model for objects that way is a little wacky sometimes, where I'll be just walking up the stairs and be like, oh, I took damage. Like, what hit me? And it'd be like, oh, there was a board there that like flipped out when I stood on it. So it damaged me. I mean, it sucks, but the game is like 14 years old. So I'll forgive it a little bit for the like old sort of gameplay mechanics like that.
Yeah.
So. But we eventually make our way to, and during this whole thing, Alan's talking. Well, so I've been having trouble with my streaming setup. Like it kept crashing. My Elgato crashed and I didn't know why. And when I started playing this chapter, it started out fine where you're in Alan's apartment and you have to take the pain pills, put on the sunglasses, talk to your wife, watch the TV show.
Yeah.
It's a flashback. So I put on the glasses and Alan does like a little moan like, whatever. And you could hear it fine. Yeah. I go in the bathroom. I take the pain pills and Alan's like, I feel better, whatever. I go watch the TV show. I watched the whole interview of Alan on the like Harry Garrett show or whatever he's on.
Yeah. That was all live acted.
That was all live acted. So the other thing with that is on the show, it was the host, Alan, and the guy sitting next to him. And the guy sitting next to him is Sam Lake, who's like the executive producer for Remedy, like this game. But did you watch the whole show?
Oh yeah, I watched the whole show.
So at the end, he made like they said something to the Sam Lake guy, and he made like a scrunched face to the camera. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Do you know what that was about?
No.
He's the face model for Max Payne.
Oh.
So he was doing like the Max Payne face of like the scrunched face. So anyways, I watched the show. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. In this show, I found that the voice acting, like the acting in it was not...
Well, Alan...
It was pretty subpar.
So the guy that does voice, the body of Alan Wake is not the guy that does the voice.
Oh, okay.
They're 2 separate things. Because like the guy that played Alan Wake is like a Finnish actor.
Yeah.
But they used like an English voice actor to do that. So he was saying his lines in English, but he had like his Finnish accent. So they recorded like another guy doing the Alan Wake voice.
Okay.
So
that's why
all those guys were like Finnish. So that's why they're all like, they don't use their real voice.
Yeah. Okay.
But then I went into the kitchen and I'm talking to my wife and it sounds like they're talking to me like from 1,000 miles away in a tin can. Like I can't understand them. And I'm like, oh, the game's glitching out. So I close Alan Wake, I redo it, and it's the same thing happening. So I'm like, what is going on? So I do a quick Google and like there's some complaints about sound problems in Alan Wake, but I'm like, it's only happened now. Like, what's going on? So for whatever reason, I decided to look at my sound settings in my Xbox, and my Xbox was set to output to 7.1 surround sound, which the Elgato doesn't support.
Yeah, so it's trying to play that sound through like a surround sound speaker because she's far away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, she's not far away, but she's like in front of me, but it's trying to use like a frontal speaker.
Oh, yeah, it's trying to use the front.
Whereas the video is just like a whole surrounding whatever thing, right? So I switched to the stereo and then it worked fine. So then I was like, I wonder if that's why my Elgato was crashing, because it's like not used to taking a 7.1 sound signal and outputting it. Anyways,
Yeah,
after that, it seemed like my problems were over and the sound was fine at this point. So
Nice.
But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to get through this driving chapter. I didn't want to do any adventuring.
Awful.
Like, I hate the driving. If it was running around, I'd have been fine. I would have looked everywhere and everything. But like driving in the game just sucks because you'll hit an ankle-high wall and you'll stop. Like, you'll hit a rock and the truck can't drive over it. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But eventually we get through, and Alan's basically talking about how he had to write his way to fight this boss that he has to go fight, right? So you get to this, like, you're fighting your way through the murky darkness. No, wait, this is after you fight the boss, actually. Now,
No, there's a spot where you're at like some old mining town again, and you have to do all this pushing of mining equipment out of the way. But there's also a fight right after that where you have a big spotlight.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, there's a big spotlight. So I run up to the spotlight, I turn around, I start flashing on people, and then it didn't tell me anyone spawned behind me. I just got instant gift from a boss, from like one of the bigger guys.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that all the fighting I did in this area, all the guys, even though I'm playing on easy, are so tough.
Yeah.
Multiple flashbangs, multiple flare shots just to kill them.
I think that the only difference between probably easy and normal or whatever is that you take less damage, because I had to use multiple flashbangs on these guys too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. I was getting like, if I got hit by one guy, I was dead.
Well, then something's rotten in Denmark there, because I was not getting hit once and dying.
Well, I would get hit once, then get stunned, and then he'd hit me 4 more times, and I would die.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know then. I didn't have that trouble, really.
I think maybe I was rushing through too much.
Maybe. I mean, I was rushing too, but I guess maybe I was going a little slower. Like, I fought all the guys generally leading up to the, like, spotlight. Yeah. And then, like, when I got on the spotlight, more guys started walking up the hill towards me, and I blasted them.
Yeah, that's eventually what I had to do.
Yeah.
I tried to, when I got up to there the first time and I died to the one bigger guy. Yeah. When I respawned, I tried to just book it all the way up there. Yeah. And everything started flying around, and it's fine. I was on my way to where that bus was that goes flying up, and just instant died.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess I'm not supposed to be up that far that fast.
There was a lot of cool cinematic moments in this one where you're like driving the truck and like they're throwing like a train car at you and it's bouncing down the hill. Yeah. And you're running up the hill and they're trying to drop like a boat on you and stuff like that. Like, that stuff was really cool. I like the look of that all. But once we fight our way through the town, we get to like the boss battle where we have to fight this black darkness tornado that's got like
at the edge of Cauldron Lake.
Yeah, there's all these like boats flying around it, and they're all like possessed by the darkness. So this time you get there, flare gun, you just pick up all the flares, you just shoot the flare gun into the thing and destroy it. I must have missed that when I played this originally. Yeah. Because I remember I died so many times to this boss, and it took me forever to beat it because I just used my flashlight. Yeah. So I just would shine my flashlight, ran out of batteries, wait for it to recharge. So I don't know how I missed the flare gun this time, because there's like literally infinite ammo. Flares. And you just pick it up and just like poof, just shoot you like 100 flares. So it's no problem.
When I sat at the flare gun box and started shooting flares, and I was like, nothing is happening. Oh, yeah. I'm not doing any damage whatsoever. Yeah. You have to like jump over that first gap.
No, you can do damage to it from there, because I totally did.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
I was doing nothing.
I was shooting at it from the. It took a lot of shots from there to do it, but you could do it totally.
As soon as I got up to the front, it took 3.
Yeah, I mean, once I destroyed a bunch of it from a distance, I just jumped over and just lit it up big time. Yeah. But when that happens, we get into like, Alan had written about how he was in the darkness and he had to like write his way out of it. Yeah. And you get into this darkness area where there's just words and you shine your flashlight on them and then they come to life. And it's sort of like, you'll say bird and you shine your flashlight on it and then a bird appears and flies away. So you do that and you eventually flashlight your way to the house on Cauldron Lake, or the cabin on Cauldron Lake, where you're trying to get your wife back. And basically it's like you've rewritten the encounter from when she gets kidnapped at the start of the game, and you know what's going on. So you dive in the lake after her to try to get her back. And then she comes to the surface of the lake like she's rescued, but we're still trapped in the cabin. And it sort of shows things have gone back to normal in Bright Falls. Like, they're having their deer parade and everyone's clapping each other on the back. Like, how's it going, buddy? and Alan's trapped in the house, and he's writing the story about how like, oh, it wasn't actually a lake, it was an ocean. Dun, dun, dun. And the game's sort of over.
Yeah.
But one thing I did notice at the end there, where he's in the cabin typing, is the two windows that are upstairs in the little loft he's in they're like porthole, circular style, like windows, which is very much similar to the light holes in the diving suit.
Yeah.
Like he's in the diving suit too. The other thing too, at the end of the game, they're like totally setting up a sequel, because
yeah, for sure,
it's like you're talking to Thomas Zane. I think it was Thomas Zane. He's telling you about, whatever. And then it's all of a sudden there's two Alan Wakes. And Thomas is like, oh, that's Mr. Scratch. Don't worry about him. Everyone that knows you will meet him. Don't worry about Mr. Scratch. And he's got like an evil grin on his face. And it's just like, what's going on with Mr. Scratch? And then at the end, they show like, in the ending video, they show everyone clapping themselves on the back, except Ruby I think it was Ruby was her name, from the diner. Yeah. She's holding a lantern. And it sort of zooms in on her. And then in the background, they show Nightingale. Yep. He's like peeping over the window at her. And it's like all these things that they sort of introduced in the game that are just never resolved. Like, it'll be in the sequel. Will there be a sequel? Oh, sure. Like 14 years later, we'll do a sequel. But, I mean, they did do Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which, has some story into it. But that's mostly just about killing bad guys. Yeah. So,
let's I'm gonna go back to the boss.
Okay.
The swirling mass of darkness and ships and boats and walls. Every time I tried to like aim,
it would snap to
something flying around.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
I don't like how they do that with the auto snap. I mean, I get why.
They aim
do
assist, fine.
Yeah.
But that was just like, I would be aiming at the thing, I would scope it and be like, whoop. I'd be looking behind me.
I don't know if there's an option to turn that off. I didn't look, but I found that especially when I'd be fighting a bunch of bad guys and be like, I just want to shoot that barrel. Stop snapping to the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me shoot the exploding barrel. It's obviously there for a reason. So
I found that extremely annoying, especially at that boss fight.
Yeah. There might have been a toggle to turn that off, but I didn't even bother looking. I just was like, whatever. But yeah, that part was annoying because it'd just be like looking straight ahead, and then I'd be just like pointing like way up in the sky at something that was flying by. So that was annoying. And then I killed a lot of birds in this episode too. Lots of birds.
Yes, lots of birds.
And I got a lot of achievements too.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden I'd just be like, oh, I got an achievement. Oh, I killed like 50 bad guys with a shotgun. Oh, I killed 100 birds. Oh, I killed like 20 guys with flashbangs. So I got a lot of achievements going on there.
So at the end, when we're walking through darkness, I wasn't walking through darkness. The screen was bright white. I couldn't read a single thing. I was like, what is this? Oh, does that say telephone pole? I can't tell. It's just like the graphics were completely glitched out. Everything above the horizon was black. Everything below the horizon was white.
You had that problem before too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Something else was going on.
I was like, what is this? How this is supposed to look? No. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't read anything. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'd like shine my light into the white, and something would be like, it'd do the thing, like it was
make the noise,
the darkness. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, that's crazy.
That completely ruined the ending for me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Completely ruined. I was like, okay, I'm supposed to, I don't even know.
Console gaming is superior. That's crazy. That sucks.
I know. It was bad. I was like, oh my god.
I want to see like the story, like what's going on with everything. Cause like, it's like, what's going on with Mr. Scratch and Nightingale and everything.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Alan Wake 2. I'll definitely play it when it comes out. I'm assuming that the gameplay will be better.
Can only hope.
It can't get worse, really.
I don't think it could get worse.
But I mean, back in 2008, like the game was fine. Like,
yeah,
I didn't have any of these
2008.
complaints about it back then. Not that I remember, anyways. Yeah. But just the driving and like just getting shivved from behind with no indicator that so it would give you an indicator if you weren't in a fight.
Yeah.
Because if you were getting something spawned behind you when you weren't in a fight, it would slow down and it would show the guy on the screen. Like it would pull back and show Alan, and you could like slowly swing your flashlight around to shine at him. But if you're already in a fight and something spawns behind you,
that's it.
They come and just stab you with their sickle. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
So there was a few times where I'd just be like at the last millisecond, I'd see like, oh crap, and I just successfully dodge somehow. But there was a lot of times it was just like, oh, well, I'm dead again. I did also in this chapter, it was just like flashbang,
Oh, yeah.
flashbang.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like, who cares? Alan's dropping his weapons all the time. If I've got it, just use it. Just use the best thing always. That's what I got to be doing in this chapter. So I might go back and see about getting the achievements for like the missing like manuscript pages and stuff, because some of them you can only get in the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm not a huge fan of that, but
no, me neither.
yeah, it was just I was just like flare, flashbang, flare launcher, gun, whatever, just throwing them everywhere. So
yeah,
it was good. So overall, would you say you would recommend or not recommend Alan Wake?
In 2022,
Yeah.
I recommend watching the cutscenes.
Yeah. Just get the story.
I do not recommend playing this game.
No, the gameplay is not particularly good. I agree to that. I like the story a lot. I don't know. I kind of like that weird, like, what's going on, what is happening kind of story. Where I like it when it's sort of like they do have an end goal of what they. This one seemed like they have an idea of what they're doing. Yeah. Whereas you watch some stuff and it's just like they just wrote whatever shit they thought was wacky, where it has no like end goal of what could happen to it, like Lost, basically. But yeah, the gameplay, like, no,
awful.
Yeah, awful. It's not too good. Yeah, it's really not that good for gameplay at all. But the story, I like the story a lot, so yeah, I'd recommend it for that.
Yeah, like the story and the mechanics involved with the story, like the pages, the manuscript pages, reading, being able to read ahead, being able to read parts that you didn't see.
Yeah, like the foreshadowing.
Yeah, the foreshadowing, the things that happened with other people that you didn't get to see. That was all super cool.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of like sort of storytelling done good or well.
The locations were great.
Graphics were good.
Graphics were good. Yeah, graphics were definitely good.
Like for a remastered 2008 game, like looked really nice.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But like, yeah, all the combat, all the driving, all the mechanics involved in that. I was like, oh, cool. You got to like do the flashlight to get rid of the darkness and then you can shoot them. Yeah. But then that got so old so quick and it became so unfun.
Yeah. A lot of the things where it was like, oh, I picked up a flare gun. It instantly just equips the flare gun.
Oh, yeah. That annoyed the hell out of me.
It's like, I had the gun in my hand. Leave the gun in my hand. I don't need to switch back to the gun every time I pick up a different gun.
Yeah, but you had to put that gun away to pick up the new gun.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. But somehow Alan can fire a hunting rifle one-handed. So yeah. I think he could probably put the gun away without putting his other gun away.
Probably.
So, yeah, I would recommend, if you like this genre of sort of, I don't even know what you'd call it, like mysterious horror. I don't even know. It wasn't really scary too much. There's a few times where I got a little jump scare.
Yeah, well, yeah, there was a few times where I got goosebumps because I was like, oh, it's kind of creepy in here. But jump scares, no.
Usually it was just like I'd get mysteriously attacked by someone that I didn't see, and that would be like, oh, crap.
But I'd just be like, you
yeah, just the story, though, intrigued me.
Yeah,
again,
the story's very good.
I mean, that's the second time I've dealt with it, and I'm still just like, ooh, what's going on? So I'm excited for Alan Wake 2. I'm sure that the gameplay will be way better, especially since they've done like Control and Quantum Break since then that apparently have way better gameplay.
Ah, there you go. Oh, Control. That's one we could play too.
Oh, yeah. Or Quantum Break. I think that might be on Game Pass too. Anyways, yeah, recommended if you want the story. Not the gameplay.
Yeah, don't play it for the gameplay, that's for sure.
Exactly.
But if you want a cool mysterious
story,
yeah, for sure, play that.
So there's still 2 like download chapters in there that we're not going to do for Game Club. They do expand on the story a bit, but we're not going to do those for Game Club. We're going to move on to the next game, which we haven't decided on yet.
Yeah, there is a tweet right now,
a Twitter poll
that you can go and vote for the game that you want us to play.
Yes.
Or you can add a game down below.
Yes.
So far, we have Hellblade,
yep,
A Senua's Sacrifice,
yep,
and A Plague Tale.
Yes. Both on Game Pass.
Both are games that we've wanted to play.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning towards Hellblade personally, just because Hellblade 2 is coming out soon, so it'd be nice to be caught up on that.
Yes.
But if you have another suggestion of something, put it on the tweet. And we will let you know shortly if you want to play along so you can start working on it too.
Yes, indeed.
Cool beans. All
right, guys, it's about that time. It's about that time that I'm going to mention a website, a particular website.
Oh, yeah.
It's called patreon.com. And if you go to /StreamVoid pod, you can help us create this podcast.
Yes.
You can get in there at the ground level and help us build this bad boy up. You get all kinds of bonus content. You get the podcast early. You will get it on Sunday instead of Wednesday. You get all of the pre-show amble and the post-show amble.
Oh, wow.
There's so much content that you are missing out by not being on Patreon. There's at least an hour, even more, a lot of the days where that does not come out on the podcast catchers.
Exactly.
The distribution websites.
All for $1 a month.
All for $1.
It's cheap.
Cool
you can
breeze.
Get
double the podcast. Yeah. You can get double the podcast for sure.
So think about it if you'd like to.
Yes.
It'd be helpful to pay for the hosting.
Yes.
Not that it's putting me in the poorhouse.
No.
Yet.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some news.
Okay, let's do it.
Respawn has revealed Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a sequel to Fallen Order.
Yes. This was cool. The continued story of Cal Kestis. I knew this was coming, like they've already said they're doing a sequel, whatever, but I guess it was Star Wars Celebration or something recently where they had some Star Wars event going on recently. And they were, because it seemed weird that they announced it just, now, basically. But it looks like it's takes place 5 years after Fallen Order, which puts it in the timeline of Obi-Wan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So Cal's doing his Cal thing, trying to get some Jedi together, I guess, bringing them back. It's interesting they've decided to call it Star Wars Jedi Survivor and not like Fallen Order 2. I thought that was interesting because, I don't know, just games like sequels. They like to put a 2 after one.
They do like to add numbers to games.
But yeah, I'm assuming it'll be just like the first one, sort of a Souls-light Star Wars game. I don't know what they're going to do. Like, does Cal just start with all his Jedi powers again? Or do you actually play as Cal? Or do you play as a different Jedi? Maybe it's a different Jedi. Maybe Cal's just telling you what to do in this one.
Yeah, it could be.
We don't actually know. The trailer didn't show too much, except it showed some sort of bad guy who had, like, sharp teeth. And then someone in a Bacta-tank that he was like looking after. So maybe that's you.
Could be.
Maybe you make a Jedi in this one. Maybe you're a survivor. So maybe you were like, I don't know. Maybe you were a youngling in episode 3 and you escaped and it's 5 years later and you're 17 years old or something and you're a Jedi.
That would make sense.
And you can make your own Jedi this time. Could be interesting.
I guess we don't know how many younglings escaped from episode 3. Because I have not seen the Clone Wars animated cartoon.
I sure haven't either. Never will.
And I think they probably go into it.
Does the Clone Wars even count as... I don't think the Clone Wars is part of the extended lore anymore.
No, the animated series?
I think it was made before Disney bought them, so it doesn't count.
Huh.
I think only certain things before when Disney bought Star Wars counts as lore, and anything after counts. And I don't think Clone Wars is part of it, but I'm not sure. But, yeah. Have you had any interest in playing the old Star Wars?
Yeah, I do.
Fallen Order?
I do have interest in playing it, but it's finding the time,
Finding the time? Could have put that on the old Game Club short list.
Yeah, we could.
I'd play it again.
Yeah, it sounds like certain parts of the Clone Wars are incompatible with canon material.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, mostly anything that was made before the buy doesn't count anymore.
Yeah.
And anything after counts, including games, which obviously is coming... Well, like in Obi-Wan, like I said, one of the 7 sisters is prominently in the first episode, so which is cool.
Yeah, very good.
I'd like to play the Fallen Order again. I had fun with it. The only problem with the Fallen Order one is that it's, again, like no chapters.
Yeah.
You could be like, okay, play all of Kashyyyk now.
It's a go your own way kind of game.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to do that.
It's very Souls-like, where it's like you finally fight your way down, and it's like, oh, I can turn on this elevator, so I can get down here faster now. So, yeah, we're trying to figure out a way to do Game Club where it's not like a chapter-based story game, because it's like, I don't know.
Like it just opens up the catalog that we can play.
Well, and I think it's also, like I said, before we started the podcast, like when I would hear people talk about Fallout on a podcast, it'd be like, oh, I went to the East and this happened and I saw this happen and blah, blah, blah. And there'd be like a little bit of spoilers between the two of us, but I don't think it would be too big of a deal, really.
Yeah. We would have to have a certain destination or goal in mind before.
Yeah, I guess so.
played.
I mean, even still, like
Just
as
so
long
we
as
would
we
end up-
just get towards the end at the same time, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No.
Because even then, if it's like, oh, I did this quest 10 hours before you, it would be like, oh, I could add this sort of thing. Oh, I remember you said this about it, but I did it this way and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, I'm excited. 2023, I think they said, is when this is coming.
Not bad.
Next gen, I guess current gen only. No, like previous gen games.
Yeah.
I'll play this for sure. I was pleasantly surprised with the Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Very good.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about some more Star Wars.
Oh.
Kathleen Kennedy confirms the next Star Wars film will be Taika Waititi's.
Oh, Taika Waititi. He
Yeah.
of Thor, Love and Thunder, etc., Thor Ragnarok, as well as What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah,
And,
very good.
all that stuff. Yeah, that's cool. He's a good director, but I think also he's kind of like the kind of Star Wars I'm not a huge fan of, i.e. like jokey Star Wars, Marvel Star Wars, like the whole like goofing around sort of thing, which I'm not a big fan of in Star Wars. It's the same thing with Star Trek. It's like Star Trek now is all like action movie, pew pew,
Yeah.
shooting lasers and explosions, where it's like, no, it's like Star Trek was like military, like political intrigue and that sort of thing for me anyways. I guess that's just because that's what I watched when I was growing up, basically.
Yeah.
I'm sure that, I mean, I guarantee you Star Wars done by him is going to be good.
Yeah.
But
100%. And it'll sell tickets for sure.
is it going to have tickets, or are they just going to do it straight to Disney Plus?
Oh, it'll have tickets.
Yeah, you think so?
There's no reason not to go back to theater now.
I mean...
Have a big theatrical release? Let's go.
I thought you were just anti-theatrical release. Just...
Oh, I am. I'm like, I'll watch it at home, though.
Okay.
Though, when I did just go see the new Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
that was really good in theaters. Like, the 3D was done really well.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. I was like, wow, I'm glad I saw it in theaters because, yeah, the 3D was just superb.
Okay.
It was superb.
I like the theater. I like the popcorn.
Yes. I got dog and nachos.
Ooh.
I was very hungry.
Oh, my God. Just get like 2 things of popcorn.
I can't.
You can't eat that much popcorn?
No, I can't eat that much popcorn.
Dude.
I get through half the bag and I'm like, okay, I can't.
I can eat 2-3 of those in a row. No problem.
I was hoping they were going to have like that candy pop that they have in some places where you get like your Oreo popcorn.
No,
so good.
No. God damn. They don't have any information really about this movie.
No, not at all.
About like what it's about, when I mean, what era it is, if it's even part of like existing Star Wars lore or anything like that. Like, that's the other thing with Star Wars. The only thing it really needs to be is the Force. Like, it could be any part of the galaxy, any timeline. The only thing it needs is the Force.
The Force and a certain look.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. The certain look I agree with if it's in the like rebel stuff, whatever, with the Empire. But if it's like off a few million light years away, someone with the Force, that's all it needs to be. Star Wars, really.
Yeah. I'm thinking back to episode 3 of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, okay.
Because it didn't feel like Star Wars.
I have no idea.
Mando was in it, but and there was the Empire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ex-Empire.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like Star Wars because it didn't look like Star Wars. It didn't have that Star Wars look or feel.
I mean, yeah, but like, what are they going to do? Like, everyone has mutton chops and like, it's got a CRT monitor. Like,
gotta have a CRT monitor and mutton chops, let me tell you.
I agree. And like, yeah, I know the whole aesthetic of Star Wars is like futuristic retro, basically.
Yeah.
But like, it's even in like the Alien movies, like Prometheus and stuff. It doesn't really have like the staticky monitors and stuff like that because, I mean, I preferred that, but it doesn't really. It's fine for like you and me, but like some kid watching it or young person would be just like, oh my God, what's with this?
Why is that monitor all just green?
Why didn't they use a touch screen? Why are they using a keyboard?
Yeah, I guess you got to appeal to a wider audience.
But I will say, in like what looked like Andor trailer, there was a lot of mutton chops, like long sideburns and stuff. So
that Andor trailer looked amazing.
Yeah,
I was like, yep.
That's the kind of Star Wars I'm more of a fan of. Is like serious,
for sure.
Like they can have an occasional joke, but it's not like a joke factory. Like, it's not like watching like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I don't see it as Star Wars. So
I think I agree. I think I prefer, like, I like a little bit of jokey here and there, but when you make it too far, like freaking episodes 8, 9, and
yeah, like when it's so, like it's just like a little thing in the movie, it sort of stands out more. Like I can't in like episode 7. I know there was jokes and japes going on in there stuff, but I can't really think of any because like there was more than whatever one.
Yeah.
But if I think of like episode 4 or whatever, there's one joke where Han's like, "How are you doing?" It's like, oh, I remember that because it just so stood out of like, you know.
Yeah, it was more serious. Yeah, I think I'm a bigger fan of the more serious. There was a lot of during Mandalorian and
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, there was a lot more jokey, but I didn't mind that in a series.
Yeah. I'd only watched the first episode of Book of Boba Fett and I didn't watch The Mandalorian. But, I mean, the one part that made me laugh in the Book of Boba Fett was, like, it fits so well with, like, the sort of lore of Star Wars where it's, like, Boba Fett is, like, welcoming everyone in to pay homage to him. And then the Twi'lek or whatever ambassador guy comes in and is, like, just the way he was talking to... He's the guy with, the hair tentacles.
Yeah.
And the way he was talking to him and, like, just interacting with them was hilarious. I was cracking up at that part, but it was like not just a joke for a joke's sake. It was like part of like the lore of Star Wars. Like he would obviously say like, "Oh, I'm not here to give you a gift. Like, what are you sending back with me to give to my guy?" And it's like, okay. But yeah, obviously if they're getting the Taika Waititi to do this, it's going to be some jokes and japes because that's kind of what his thing is.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've enjoyed all the Marvel stuff that he's done, so
I don't know if I've seen any.
He did.
I have not seen the last 2 Thor movies. There's been 4. Well, I guess the new one's coming out.
Yeah, the new one's coming out.
But I've only seen the first 2 Thor movies.
God, what was the?
There's
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, and now he's got Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Ragnarok is my favorite Marvel movie. So.
Oh yeah. No, I haven't seen that one. And I don't even know if I've ever seen anything he's directed. Really, I just know he's good.
Yeah, he's definitely good.
Like, I never watched What We Do in Shadows.
Nope, never seen it.
And I know that's great. And there's some pirate movie he acts in where he's like a gay pirate or something like that. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't remember what that's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they have like a goal in mind. That's the thing with the like episode 7, 8, 9. It's like they didn't know what the fuck they're doing. It's like we'll remake episode 4 for episode 7. And then episode 8 is like they're chasing down a spaceship and they don't know, like, they can't catch up to the ship. Like, what is going on here? And I haven't even watched episode 9, but they had no idea what they were doing.
I couldn't get through episode 9.
Yeah, it's just
I only got through episode 8 because I saw it in theaters, and I'm like, I paid a lot of money to be here, so
I watched it on Disney Plus or something, and it was just like, oh my god. I mean, it was cool. Oh, there's Mon Mothma, whatever. It's kind of cool, whatever. But it just was like, holy fucking Jesus Christ! They don't know what they're doing. No, they didn't. Well, and they should have. They should. It should be like the Marvel movies. Like, here's phase 1. We got to get from point A to point B. Point A is Tony Stark. Point B is Tony Stark's killing, like, fucking Thanos. Yeah. Everything else is somehow related to that. I mean, I don't want to see 15 fucking movies that all lead to this one point like they do in Marvel. But, like, the 3 movies should have had a story. This is where it starts. We got Rey. This is how it ends. Rey is, like, whatever. Yeah. She's an adopted Skywalker or whatever the fuck it is. But this is how we get there. And there's a good story in between and it all leads up. Whereas this one, it was just like, oh, well, how do we do it? Oh, yeah, Palpatine. He's here. Okay, cool. Let's go. It was like, you make a movie. Yeah. And then you make a movie. It has to be loosely based on the first movie. And then you make a movie and it has to be loosely based on the first 2 movies. I don't understand how they can sign these actors for 3 movies and they have to do 3 movies and whatever. But why don't they get the director in there for 3 movies? Or like the writer or whatever, man. I don't get it. I don't either. I mean, Marvel's, like, share a vision. Marvel's doing that for the movies. Like, if you look at, like, I think, weren't all the Captain America ones done by the Russo brothers? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully they figured it out because they really squandered a lot of goodwill they had when they started up the like the new movies.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
was super fucking pumped. They're like, yes, every year Star Wars movie. We're gonna get Star Wars TV shows. Everything's ready to go. And then it was just like, oh, that's what we're getting.
No thanks.
No, thank you.
I don't want any of that.
So
at least the series that have been coming out on Disney Plus have been good.
I mean, I watched 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, and I just was like, no, no, thank you. Mandalorian, sure, that could be radical. I don't know. I never watched it.
It was great.
I watched the first episode of Obi-Wan. I'm going to watch the second episode of Obi-Wan probably today. I was going to watch it last night, but I was too tired.
Yep.
But so far, Obi-Wan is so far been so good.
Yeah.
Even though there's there's things when I'm watching and I'm like, really, that's
you're doing it that way.
Well,
okay.
it's not even like it's like that's why he got away because of that. Like I think that wouldn't have been a hindrance here.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it anyway. So
yeah, good.
Star Wars.
Yes. All right.
Yep.
Next up,
Uh-huh.
Apex Legends Mobile generates almost 5 million in its first week.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
not too bad.
Monies.
Not too bad.
The question is, how much does it cost to make Apex Legends Mobile? Probably not $5 million.
Probably not.
Yeah. I guess is 5 million a lot for a mobile game? I don't actually know anymore.
Me neither.
It seems like a lot. I think it would probably be a lot, that it was worthwhile. I also, like I said last time we talked about Apex Legends Mobile, they really screwed it up. They should be like encouraging you, MikeyT33, to play Apex Legends Mobile.
They should be, but they're not.
With some sort of crossover or like cross progression or something.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, God, playing on mobile. Did you get through the tutorial yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play a match?
No.
No. No.
No, I was like, playing mobile games for me is not a serious event. It's something I do when I'm on the toilet. It's something I do in between loading things. It's something I do like I'm doing dishes. I'll like take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
It's not something I do to sit down and play a serious competitive shooter to do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's not something I think would be fun to do at all either. But I guess if you're a kid, like that's your, like you give your kid who's 1 year old crying. Can a kid that's 1 year old hold a phone? I don't know.
No.
But they're used to like that's just the way it is now. You play touchscreen, they're good at it. But like that just sounds like terrible to me.
Yeah, it sounds awful to me as well.
But yeah, they should be encouraging like people that play like on PC and stuff to play mobile somehow. Like there should be some sort of cross whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's just money left behind basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, 5 million in the first week. I guess
Is
it can
that good?
only go up from there, I would think.
That's everyone buying the battle pass right away.
Yeah.
And maybe unlocking all the characters. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how it works in mobile. You have
neither.
to buy them all.
You do have to buy them all.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get Bloodhound and Octane at the start.
What, 2?
Yeah.
You don't even get 6?
You don't even get 6. You get Bloodhound and Octane.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
I know.
Bloodhound and Octane. Well, at least they gave you 2 that are pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not like they gave you 2 trash ones where you have to buy better ones immediately.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they don't even give you like one of each class.
No.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. Holy. Yeah, it's 5 million. Well, we'll see how long it lasts, and I don't know. Maybe it'll just one day I'll be like, it didn't work out. Shut her down.
Yeah.
Shut down the servers. No refunds. No refunds. Can't do it. It would be interesting to know, like, what does, like, I don't know. Do people play Clash of Clans still? What does Clash of Clans make in a week?
Probably a lot.
Or like, what does Candy Crush make in a week? That's probably like the gold standard. I don't even know if they like have this information out available.
So it looks like they make 3 Clash of Clans players spend, and this was $3.9 million a day.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Okay, so 5 million it's okay. It's nothing crazy.
It's nothing crazy.
But has this launched everywhere yet? Apex Legend Mobile? Or is it still in like
it hasn't launched everywhere. It has launched, but not everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, so
okay, 2018, their Clash of Clans was making 1.5 mil a day.
2018, so 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy that was 4 years ago. Yeah, it's probably gone up since then.
Probably. That's ridiculous.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Gotta make some shitty mobile game.
I guess so.
Just be like a billionaire.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes.
So you're going to go back to Legends Mobile and give it another try? Try to play a game?
I don't know. Maybe once controller support comes out, I'll try it. Or if controller support gets better. I'm not entirely sure if it's out or not, or if it's even operational. I've just read articles where they're like, oh yeah, it's coming, or oh yeah, it's garbage, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. It's there.
Yeah.
I'll try it in a couple months to
You'll
see
just
if
fire it up again,
Yeah.
or when it accidentally launches on your phone.
Yeah. When I fat finger my touchscreen.
Yeah, like how I accidentally launched Diablo Immortal one time somehow. Just like, what's this noise coming from my pocket? What the hell?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, crazy.
All right. You remember Knockout City?
Is that the wrestling free to play?
No, it's the dodgeball.
Oh,
on top of city streets.
Right. Yeah.
It's going free to play June 1st.
Of course. Why wasn't it free to play from the start?
I don't know. It's this is one of those games that should be free to play to start. I was like, didn't this game just come out? But no, it came out last year in April.
Oh yeah.
Well, like, what?
It barely made it a year
already?
Well, that's every 2 months.
I guess.
How long does an Apex season last?
Yeah, I get 3 months.
Okay, so it's a little shorter.
Yeah.
At least they figured it out faster than like friggin' Fall Guys or like any of those other ones that are like still trying to charge for them. I don't know how any of these guys can think they can charge for a battle royale, or not a battle royale, but like these multiplayer, like cosmetic based team games that require like PvP basically.
Yeah.
Like you have to have people playing it. You just need to be free basically.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're Call of Duty, you need to be free.
Yeah, if you're trying to launch a new IP, especially when it's like some cartoony PvP game, it needs to be free. Like, that's just the way it works now.
You need the kids to be playing it, and you just need to get it to as many damn kids as possible. Yeah. And you got to make it free. Like,
yeah, and one of those, at least 1 in 10 of those kids is going to have their dad's credit card tied to their account.
Like, is PUBG free to play now?
It is free to play now.
It is free to play now.
Though,
yeah,
when it first came out,
it was cost.
Yeah, it was stonks.
But it was also the biggest game.
It was stonks.
It was the biggest game on Steam when it was, you still had to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the era of like buying for a PvP game like this, like massively multiplayer PvP game, you can't charge. Like every single one that's tried to come out is just died up.
Yeah.
I mean, what's still going? That's like Dead by Daylight, I guess, but that's like not really that big of a.
No, it wasn't. It is AAA PvP release.
Well, that's fair, but like it's PvP, but it's still like it's only 4 players or whatever. It's not like you need 20 people in the game or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. And then they give everything that comes out is just free.
Yeah, is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can only assume. And yeah.
I can assume not because I don't see them getting the license to play as like Ghostface and giving it to you for free.
Yeah. And then
I'm pretty sure you have to buy them.
Among Us was, I mean, it only costed $5.
It was free on mobile.
Was it free on mobile? Yeah. It was free on mobile.
Yeah.
But who played it on mobile? Like when it was at its height of popularity?
Lots of people. I mean, that's all they could afford. Free on mobile.
Yeah. But they made stonks as well. Ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah. But again, that should have been at the like tail end of the hotness. It should have been free to play.
Yeah, but I mean, it had been around for like 2 years before it got hot.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Well, they were working on.
It was blind luck that that happened.
They were working on Among Us 2, and they were like, actually, let's cancel that and just work on Among Us now that people are playing it. So
yeah, that was the best move for them too.
But they need to also make that free to play too. Then it would just go right back up.
Maybe.
But again, like that one is weird. Like, how could you play with someone you don't know in that game? I don't understand how you could play with someone you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And then I don't know how you could play with someone you know. Like, both ways sound terrible to me.
Playing with people you know is way better.
Oh, for 100%. Sure. But it also still sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Because then you can really tell which of your friends are better liars.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Anyways, Destiny's free to play. PUBG's gone free to play.
Destiny's not fully free to play. You still have to buy the latest expansion.
I mean, yeah, but if you want to play like most
Most of the content
you're
that
good.
is still in the game.
Halo multiplayer, free to play.
It definitely is.
It's just kind of the way it's got to be.
Yeah, 100%.
So
like, make your money off the battle pass, make your money off cosmetics. That's how it's got to be.
That's just the way it is now.
Yep.
And you can make more money that way, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's just continual revenue stream.
Yeah. I think if you're charging upfront for your game, you feel like it's not going to be good.
I mean, I don't know about that. I think they just think they can't make money on the free to play model.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good. Like, do you think CD Projekt Red thought Cyberpunk wasn't going to be good? Never mind. I take it back. You're right.
Well, I'm talking about, those PvP multiplayer
PvP
games, not
ones?
Cyberpunk, not like a triple.
Well, if you're like think it's not going to be good, like, wouldn't you think like sending it out free to play would get more people possibly playing it? Whereas
100%.
Charging something for it is just sending it out to die.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyways, I don't know enough about the game industry business to know. I don't know
neither.
I don't get to see the books and see how everything shakes out.
Decisions.
I can only see what I think I see.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
All right, let's talk about a hot rumor. A hot rumor.
Okay.
Returnal.
Uh-huh.
Coming to PC.
Really? Where did this come from?
They found a Steam listing for it. And Sony does have a history of releasing their first-party games to PC.
Barely.
Barely.
Barely have a history of this.
But yeah, like I said, it's a rumor. When you uncover a Steam listing, it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, the Steam listing doesn't mean anything. This is, again...
And it's not even named.
It's Tower Sisyphus.
It's not even named in there. It's just described... It's from the developer, and it's described as a roguelike, bullet hell, third-person shooter in sci-fi.
Yes.
The name's not even in there.
It says Tower Sisyphus, I think, is the name, which was like the name of the DLC expansion or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But again, Steam database, they've used this as signs for things are coming to Steam forever.
Yeah.
But it's just Steam just adds in all sorts of stuff to the Steam database that never gets added. It's just in there for the sake of being in there.
Just in case. It's just in case.
Exactly. Some intern at Steam is just like typing things in. He gets a stack of games, type it in there, put it in there, whatever. Yeah. Like, there's nothing to it.
Because if it does come, then bam,
it's ready to go. It can go live today. If Mr. Sony calls up Steam today and says, I want to put Returnal on pre-order, they just go, boop, hit the button, it's ready to go.
Yeah, and then they go, boop, bye.
Yeah. So, because they did this, I mean, we've talked about it before on the podcast. They did this years ago when all the Microsoft games showed up on Steam database, and like none of them came out for years and years. And earlier last year, a bunch of Sony games end up on the Steam database, and everyone's like, they're all coming. And like, what's come? I think Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. Horizon. I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Because I'm pretty sure like all the listings were on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Would this come to PC? It would be a smart play.
100%.
I mean, it's already been out on PS5 for over a year, like what, almost 2 years now at this point. People that are not going to buy a PlayStation 5 or cannot buy a PlayStation 5, you can sell it to them on Steam for $70.
Yep.
Get their money there.
Yep.
Maybe they'll still, and then like Returnal 2 comes out, PS5 exclusive. Comes out on Steam 2 years later. You can still get people to buy your PS5.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not going to play it on PC. I already got it, so whatever. But yeah, this would be the MikeyT joint for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Would there be crossplay?
With Sony? No.
But I mean, this is a Sony game. You think they would just do crossplay on their own game? They'll be like, we'll waive the crossplay fee to ourselves this time.
Yeah. It's a smart move, especially since there is co-op in it, but
yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, I kind of wish Sony was just doing the Microsoft model where it's just like day and date. It's on Xbox, it's on PC. You want to play it, it's on Game Pass. But again, Sony, they just do it weird ways.
They do it their own way.
They sure do, as they say, they go their own way.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of someone and some things that are going their own way. We talked about XQC.
Sure, juicy.
Moving back to Canada so he could stream
the Bovine Boy.
Yeah, the Bovine Boy, so he could stream slots and gambling and stuff like that. And now people are starting to petition Twitch to ban gambling streams.
I mean, okay, cool. They don't like gambling on stream. I'm not a huge fan of it either. It's
They don't want the kids getting engrossed in gambling,
but like
and losing money.
It's an 18 plus stream. Like, it's, first of all, you have to be 13 to be on Twitch.
Yes.
So I mean, they're still kids or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's an 18 plus stream. They're not supposed to watch it.
Yep.
Unless you're 18 plus. I mean, okay, they're gonna ban gambling streams. Do they want the kid to watch the Booba stream instead? Then
they do want the kids to watch the Booba stream instead.
Okay, that's fine. I think the gambling stream is more destructive probably than the Booba stream by 100%. A little bit. But, I mean...
Should it be banned?
I mean, I don't think so.
I don't think so
It doesn't bother me, really. Like, there's people smoking weed on Twitch. Should that be banned? That's not illegal in the States either. Well, federally it's not.
Federally it's not legal, but yeah.
State-wise it might be legal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's drinking on stream. Kids can't drink.
That's true.
And again, it's a petition. Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's a petition for everything.
There definitely is. I don't think anything's going to happen.
No, I don't think so either. I'm not a huge fan of gamble. I've watched, like, there's a local streamer that was gambling, and I was like, why would anyone watch this guy do this?
Yeah, seems boring.
And it's just like, oh, yeah, I won 25 cents, man. Like, I get it's a little different when XQC is gambling because it's like he's probably gambling like $30,000 on a spin.
Yeah.
But like when I was watching the local guy, it's like, yeah, man, I'm going to pump it up to 25 cents a spin here. Let's go. It's just like, oh, my God. Like, what the fuck? This is terrible.
Yeah, it's not for me. I mean, I don't think it...
I guess it would be a different story if like there was something going on besides the gambling, whereas like... Watching this guy, it was just be like, oh, I got 4 horses. Okay, spin again. Like, there was nothing going on, but just sides narrating what was going on the screen. Just boring AF. Yeah, and I mean, it's also boring AF watching XQC do anything. Like, his reaction videos to him watching a video is like, he'll be like sitting and watching it and eat a sandwich. And then at the end, he'll be like, oh, yeah, that was fine. Like, he doesn't do anything to it. So, yeah, whatever. I mean... It's not for me, but if like one of these gambling companies came to me and was like, we'll give you $100,000 to do slots on stream, I'd be like, here's my account information.
Yeah.
Send it on over. Let's do some business together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
but I think it's a lot that some of the streamers are getting sponsored, like the bigger streamers like XQC.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like he's not playing with his own money.
No, he's not
losing anything.
Yeah, it doesn't look... I mean, as long as the odds are the same, that's fine.
Yeah.
If he's playing real odds on the website and they're paying for it, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if he's got like bumped up, like when they were doing that, do you remember the Counter-Strike skins gambling?
Yeah.
Where like those FaZe Wiener boys were gambling on the website, but they kept winning because they owned the website and they had better odds and shit like that?
Yeah, for sure.
That's bullshit. Yep. But if you're gambling and it's just the regular odds that everyone else has, so you can see when you win and when you lose, and I'm okay with it. But if they got like pumped up odds and stuff, that's terrible.
And I guess the only other thing is that because they're being sponsored, because they know they're not going to lose any money, they can go a little bit harder than everyone else, and maybe people see that and be like, "Oh, I could do this too."
Yeah, well,
it's
for
like,
sure.
Oh, it's not.
Well, XQC is not playing with his own money.
No,
he's playing with the house money.
He
like,
totally is.
All losses are covered, and if he wins, he gets to keep it. So it's like, why wouldn't he just go whatever?
Yeah.
Hard at it, So, yeah, I don't like it, but it's whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the parents should be watching the kid. Like, why? Oh, yeah, let the babysitter of Twitch let him watch gambling.
Yeah.
Like, you should be taking some responsibility for what your kid is doing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I know that's not how things work. Like, people don't want to look after their kids. I don't know why they have kids. They never want to take after them or take any responsibility for when they spend thousands of dollars on their credit card.
Yeah.
I didn't know. It's like, you have to take some responsibility here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it never happens that way.
No, it doesn't.
So, whatever.
Yeah. All right, last week.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe not last week, maybe the week before. I can't remember. We talked about a Death Stranding 2 leak.
Yes.
That Norman Reedus was like, oh, yeah, we're working on it.
Yes.
And you were like, maybe we're... Nah,
maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
Well, Hideo Kojima reacted kind of to that.
Yes.
Because they're friends. And
well, are they friends, or is Hideo Kojima his boss?
It could be both.
Yeah.
The articles I've read have stated that they are friends.
I mean, I think, anyways, I think that Hideo Kojima like wishes these guys were his friends, but I don't know. Anyways,
yeah. And he tweeted out a picture of a bat, which is apparently from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Used by Negan.
Yeah.
And he says, go to your private room, my friend. And he's got a picture of him holding the bat over
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
And they're kind of alluding to the fact that it's like, you leaked information, now you're gonna get punished.
Yeah, again, I never like I said, it could be Death Stranding 2 or it could be anything.
Yeah, for sure.
It still could be like.
Oh yeah, it definitely could be.
Like maybe Hideo Kojima's just reacting that Norman Reedus wasn't supposed to say that they're even working on another game.
Yeah, that
like
could
we
be.
don't know what the whole story is here. Yeah. They're obviously working on something next. I mean, obviously, like they've been working together since PT. Like,
yeah,
it's been a while, you know?
Yeah.
So, of course, they're doing something. Death Stranding 2 or something else. Who knows? Yeah, again, there's nothing announced here.
No, definitely not.
And again, like, this was also a while ago we talked about, like, on a podcast, like, a year ago, there was another petition that was started by, like, PlayStation fanboys who wanted to, apparently Kojima was making a game for Xbox because PlayStation had passed on it or something like that, and then there was a petition to cancel this Xbox game. I haven't heard anything about this story since then, so who knows if it was even true. But, you know, maybe this is some sort of thing they're doing for Microsoft now.
Yeah, could be.
Like, who knows what's fucking going on?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Hideo Kojima knows.
Does he know, though?
Who knows?
He could change his mind like that. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
He's kind of like in the position of he can just be like, we're going to start something new today.
Yeah.
I decided this isn't going to work. Scrap it. Let's move on to the next thing. So, but again, like I said before, the whole reason he sort of was like out in the doghouse with Konami is because he's like, I don't want to fucking do Metal Gear anymore.
Yeah, I want to do something different.
And they're like, no, you're Mr. Metal Gear. Like, do some Metal Gear for us. Is he going to want to do another Death Stranding game, or does he have some other wackadoo idea that he wants to?
Probably another wackadoo idea. Let's go. So, keep them wackadoo ideas coming, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, we'll see.
It's great. Love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Horizon Zero Dawn TV series is on the way. Is that confirmed from Sony and Netflix?
I guess so. I mean, honestly, I think every video game is being looked at for a series, basically. Yeah. They've already done all the establishing world building, like the Netflix whatever series don't have to do anything really.
Yeah.
The whole world of Horizon sounds like a rad TV show. Like, you're in the post-apocalyptic future. There's robotic dinosaurs you got to fight.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that be cool? I think it's probably, I mean, again, it's in the works at Netflix. What does that mean? What does in the works at Netflix mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
They had a meeting and said, yeah, we should make a show about this.
Sure,
that's exactly what it means. Here.
Like, yeah, we should do a show.
That happens all the time where they've been working on a show for 10 years and it never fucking happens. Yeah. It's like in the works, you know?
I've not played the game. I don't know the storyline. I know the world because it looks cool. And
that's basically the story.
A lot of that.
That it's like the post-apocalyptic and there's robot dinosaurs.
Yeah. I don't know the storyline, so I don't know if it translates well.
You're fighting a robot dinosaur.
I don't even know if the world translates well because I've not played it.
You're fighting a robot dinosaur. What doesn't translate to a show?
I don't know. Does that translate well?
Well, every week you fight a velociraptor, you fight Tyrannosaurus Rex. I got to get this crystal from over here to save this village. Okay, I go get the crystal, I save the village. Got to fight the big, like, super dinosaur at the end of the season. And then at the end of the season, is she getting eaten by the super dinosaur? Tune in next season.
I don't want to watch that.
Man, you watch anime.
If it was anime, I'd watch it.
Okay.
If it was anime, I'd watch it.
You don't want to see a live action robot dinosaur?
I don't think it's going to be good if they do it.
Wow. I don't know, man.
I don't know either because I haven't a clue.
I mean, it just would be like any other science fiction TV show that's going on. Like, I don't know. I don't know of another science fiction TV show, so I can't really say.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch the first episode if it comes out.
Yeah, if it comes out,
and if it's amazing, I'll continue watching it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I can say.
Just as a science fiction show, like,
yeah,
depends on the writing. I mean, they got the Halo show I haven't watched yet, but a lot of people are complaining about that. So.
Oh yeah,
Big time.
Even the Halo co-creators like, nah, it's not Halo.
Wow, that one just sounds like they took like they had the scripts for some science fiction show and we're like, it's now the Master Chief. he's the guy. He's the Master Chief.
Don't worry, he'll take his helmet off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds like it would be cool. Just like would a cyberpunk show be cool?
Yes.
Okay.
There's just so much more.
How is there more?
So much more in store.
I don't understand.
Plus, cyberpunk is just like a general genre.
Okay.
That's happened.
And post-apocalyptic.
And post-apocalyptic is a general genre that's happened. But post-apocalyptic dinosaurs?
Okay, well, what if it was post-apocalyptic, like, I don't know, space mutants?
The Toxic Avenger? No, that's all I can think of now is the Toxic Avenger. I mean, like I said, I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll watch it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it translates well. I don't know if the budget can happen.
Well, I mean, the Netflix CGI usually is not very good anyways.
No,
so.
I know. That's why I'm like skeptical.
It just look like any other Netflix science fiction show, like Altered Carbon.
I thought that was pretty good.
Okay. It just looked like that, basically. Yeah. Or like the bad guy from Stranger Things or something. Or a bad guy from Stranger Things. I don't know. I've literally watched 2 episodes of that show. Go to the Upside Down or something. I don't know anything about that show.
Pretty good. First season, anyway.
Man, it was too much. It was just trying too hard. That's what I thought when I watched it.
Too hard?
It's exactly like when I watched Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Everyone was like, oh my God, it's so incredible. This movie's so great. And I was like, oh, this sounds like it's up my alley. And then I watched it and I was like, this is just every fucking kung fu movie that I watch all the time.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that a lot of those people who thought it was great did not watch all those kung fu movies.
So then when
I
watched Stranger Things, I was like, this is like every 80s horror movie that I watch all the fucking time. There's nothing new here. So, anyways.
Okay. Let's talk about the greatest comeback story of all time. That just keeps getting bigger.
Okay.
No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah.
Gets space whales.
Oh.
Which are roguelike adventure dungeons.
I don't know if that's true. I think they're separate. They're not the same thing.
You don't think you go inside?
I don't think you go into a whale. I think there's just space whales, and then they have a
From what it looked like, you went in there into the space whales, and it was roguelike.
Oh, okay.
From what I saw of screenshots and not reading a single thing.
Okay, I think you're mistaken, but I don't know. I think this is a whole separate mode you go into for the roguelike. It's not part of the existing game. It's like a separate playlist, basically. And now there's also space whales that fly around that you can whatever.
Yeah, that is definitely what it is.
So the roguelike part is like, it's kind of like a separate mode where you have to complete challenges and do stuff. And the further you get along, and it's almost like a battle pass where if you get further along, you unlock certain stuff in the main game for your dudes. So if you go through the whole roguelike adventure and get to the end, you can like unlock like one of these organic space frigates or whatever for your thing. And if you do this thing, you get like a different trail for your spaceship and shit like that. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. And this was another one where, what's his name? Sean, I don't even know his name. The producer guy.
Sean Murray.
He just posted a tweet of like a whale and everyone went like crazy.
Ballistic?
It was just like a whale. And then the like update, it comes out like a day later, like, hey, we didn't announce this or anything, but here's the new Leviathan update. Enjoy. It's like, holy fuck, didn't the last update just come out like a month ago? Like, Jesus, this is crazy. So I haven't fired this up to check it out for the last couple updates, but man, this is a game where you got to just like keep it installed and then every like 2 weeks just fire it up and see what's
There's
new.
There's going to be new stuff.
It's crazy. Yeah, Outlaws just came out like last month.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I thought this was a Mikey T gameplay mode for sure.
Oh yeah.
The roguelike,
big up roguelikes. Big up
roguelike space adventure. You're going to have to try this out, dude. I demand it.
You demand it.
I've demanded it.
All right.
I've marked it down. It's been demanded.
It's in the calendar.
As soon as you add the old Gamer's Choice Patreon tier that you better be working on, Patreon's choice, it's going to be No Man's Sky.
Hello.
That's my first choice.
All right.
So you better get working on that.
I'll get working on it.
It's called gratis money right there.
Gratis, free, gratuit.
Yeah.
Totally complimentary.
So you better get working on that.
So it says difficulty has been turned up in a variety of ways.
Yeah, it's
but
supposed to
every
be really
death
hard.
means a reset of the loop and new proc gen loadout.
Yes.
So it sounds like your loadout is different. So your guns, your mining stuff, and all that.
Yeah,
kind
you
of
don't
stuff.
keep anything. It's like true roguelike.
Yeah, to make it easier to complete the eventual goal of breaking out of the loop with just one life, the community can work together on a persistent global goal that permanently improves the quality and frequency of upgrades rewards found during each loop.
So part of the problem too is like the how do you say, combat on foot in No Man's Sky sucks.
Oh, it's awful.
So there's been a lot of, I've read a few like people, they've said like, oh, you got to do this. Like you go to the base where you have to fight these guys and like dig a hole underground and then fire up at them. And then when they fall through the ground, you can like shoot them in the choke point and stuff like that. So you kind of have to like prepare to get it the way you want it to be doing it, right? So
a top comment on this article, I miss Farscape.
Farscape? What's Farscape?
I don't know.
Just some other game?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fire this up and see what's going on because it's been like a while since I played it.
I wonder if I have it installed right now.
I have it installed on my Xbox. And the update was not that big.
Yeah,
it was like 10 gigs, I think, or something like that. So mine's already updated and ready to go.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Gamer's Choice.
Gamer's Choice coming soon.
I gotta do it.
Patreon.com/MikeyT33. Get in there. And pick
but you can't do it because it doesn't exist. So you better do it so I can do it. You do 4 of them.
4 of them?
1 a week.
Oh, yes.
Limited edition 4.
Limited edition 4.
You got 1 sold right now to me.
Yep. Next up.
We're
going to talk about something we swore we would never talk about again.
Did we? Oh, what? NFTs?
NFTs.
We swore we weren't going to talk about NFTs?
Yeah, you were like, no more NFT talk. We're not talking about NFTs anymore.
Oh, I thought maybe that was that episode.
No, it was like...
Oh, okay.
The rest.
We're putting a moratorium on them?
There was a moratorium on NFTs.
Damn, I forgot about that.
And then a couple episodes later, we were like, oh, we brought up NFTs.
Yeah. Well, this one was so stupid, I had to bring it up.
And it involves Seth Green, so it's okay. Seth Green created a TV show around his NFT ape, and then somebody stole it.
Yeah.
Stole his NFT?
Yeah, he had one of these Bored Ape NFTs.
Yeah.
And he owned that, so he's like, I'm going to make a show about this stupid NFT ape. And he did. And it's a combination of animation with live action. Ooh. Oh my God. I watched the trailer. It's fucking really stupid. But yeah, somehow he got like scammed out of his NFT by clicking on, like going to some website and clicking on links and shit like that. And they got into his wallet. So first thing I thought was like, okay, is this real? Or is this some bullshit, like, to get his story of his show out?
Yeah.
Because how hard is it just to transfer your NFT to another wallet and say someone else owns it?
Yeah.
But, oh my God, like, these fucking apes are so damn ugly, and he's got it as a character in his show here. And I don't know, man. Like, okay, he owns this ape.
Yeah.
Whatever. But, like, all the apes basically look the same. Like, his ape... I saw some guy tweeted about it. His ape looks exactly the same as some other ape, except his other ape has a different colored background. So his is like on a green background and another one's like on a purple background.
Yeah.
So like, could the guy that owns this other ape be like, hey, you stole my ape. Like, you owe me royalties. That's my ape.
Yeah.
Or like, some of them just wear different hats. Like if this guy wears a red toque, like if he puts him in a sailor hat and another ape was wearing a sailor hat, like, do you own royalties to that other ape? Like, these NFTs, man, so stupid.
No idea how they work.
I mean, is this a real theft or is this just a marketing ploy? It's hard to say.
I
don't know. I also don't particularly think Seth Green is that funny or whatever. Like, I didn't think, what's his stupid Robot Chicken show?
Loved Robot Chicken.
I didn't think it was particularly funny. Some of it was, but some of it isn't. And... I mean, I don't know how this show would be good at all, really. But apparently he had, like, people were financing it somehow. Because it was made. It's made. But, like, now he doesn't own this NFT ape. Is the show canceled? Do they change the ape? Does he buy another
fucking
ape?
I mean, pretty easy to replace.
I think those apes have an artificial value of like $100,000. So I guess he could probably afford to buy another one. But
I mean, did you watch Idle Hands in 1999?
Yeah. He was not the standout star of Idle Hands.
He was great in that.
I mean, I guess so. He's just like a dude. Like, I don't know, man.
Just a zombie dude.
It's just, yeah. Anyways, I guess he's Chris Griffin on Family Guy, so.
Yep, he sure is.
So, whatever.
Oh, and he's Joker on...
Yeah, I did not like Joker in Mass Effect.
Joker.
No. Didn't really like Joker.
Nah.
Especially if you fell in love with a robot or something like that. Wait, you played Mass Effect 2?
1?
He wasn't in Mass Effect 1, was he?
He was?
I thought he came in Mass Effect 2.
No, Mass Effect 1.
Oh, okay.
He's there.
It's been a long time since I played Mass Effect.
God, I want to become famous so bad.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Just fucking pull out your wiener and start beating off on stream. You'll be on live stream fails immediately.
Yes, I'll be famous.
Exactly. Not in the way you want, though.
Just a chatter in the chat that I just had to ban.
Oh, that kind of famous.
Yes.
That doesn't count.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for this week's podcast.
Yes.
You can listen to this podcast live every Saturday at 11 a.m. PST only on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. You can listen to it anywhere you want to on Wednesday. Anywhere, literally anywhere. You can download it straight off the Patreon website and listen to it tomorrow if you wanted.
I'm going to wait until I've worked my way through all the other episodes that I'm working my way.
Very good.
I'm on like episode 40 something.
Are you listening to one a week?
No, I'm just every day.
Just
like
pounding through them.
Whenever I'm walking anywhere or I have the headset in, I just listen to. So the reason why I'm listening to them is I usually listen to podcasts when I'm walking or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the shower, I'll turn on podcasts, but ours are too quiet to listen to in the shower.
Oh.
Other podcasts are way louder. I don't know. Ours are just much quieter.
Huh.
So I can't hear it over the water.
Huh.
So I just listen to other ones.
I can turn it up.
Well, I don't know if it matters, really.
Yeah.
It's just I can't listen to it because I can't understand anything. Whereas other ones, I can hear most of what they're saying.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. It's just whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't sing I power through them, but like when I walk home, I'll listen to it and whatever, you know. It's just interesting to hear what we were talking about in like, you know,
last year.
Well, last year, and it'll also be like I'll say something and be like, oh, that was totally wrong. Yeah. Looking back on it, or like I was totally right about that. Mikey was totally right about this. So it's just interesting to hear what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Someone's got to listen to this crap.
We get a lot of downloads every day.
I know.
What are you talking about?
It's all good.
All right, guys. We will see you on next week on Saturday, or you know,
I believe you usually say we'll see you in 1 week's time.
Yes. I was gonna say leave a comment and 5-star review and whatever,
yeah, do
and
that
then
as well.
I kind of got like, oh, we're ending it out.
Also, also share us with a friend.
Share us with a friend. And we'll see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.